Hello everyone, this is Camden Wynn, the Chicken Coach here, with the Weekly Squawk. Today we're going to be talking about what floating eggs can tell you. But first I need to get some eggs, so I'm going to go in my chicken coop and get some. There's no eggs! No eggs! What are we gonna do now? We must find some. I bet one of my chickens got the crazy idea to lay eggs outside of their nest boxes. I must find them. Eggs! So now we found the eggs, and what chickens do is chickens will sometimes decide that they want to lay wherever they want to in your yard, and so they will go lay eggs in random places. And has this ever happened to your hens? Because it happens to mine. And when it happens to yours, the problem is we have no idea how old these are. So that is why you need the egg float test. So now we're going to go to a bowl of water and test to see how old these are and how fresh they are. Okay, so we got a bowl full of cold water, and what we're going to do is I'm going to take each of these eggs, I'm going to stick them in the water. And if they sink, and they lay like this, it means that they're going to be fresh. And if they stick up like halfway on the bottom, kind of like that, if this is the bottom, that means they're like 1 to 2 weeks old, and if they're up like that, it means they're 3 weeks. And if they float, it means that they are really old eggs. So we probably don't want to eat them if they're really old eggs. But if they're up like this, they're okay to eat. They're still a little bit stale, but fresh is down on the ground like that. And the way this works, why this works, is because chickens, inside the eggs, for the baby chicks, there's a little air cell. And as the eggs get older, and if they're allowed to sit out in your yard, what's going to happen is that the air cell is going to get bigger. And that's what causes the buoyancy for these to float. So the air cell, is really small if this is a fresh egg. So let's stick it in and see what happens. When we drop them in, we're going to want to drop them in softly so they don't break. Put it in the middle. Yeah, this one looks like it's fresh. That's good. That one looks fresh too. So that means these are fresh eggs and they're good for me to eat. Now, if the eggs were tilted up just a little bit, week to 2 weeks, up like this, it means that it was 3 weeks, and if it was up like floating up here, then that would mean that it was a bad egg and we'd want to get rid of them. So, now that you guys know how to do the egg float test, if you ever find some eggs and you're wondering how old they are, use the egg float test. It's very accurate. It's a very cool, awesome trick so that you can know how fresh your eggs are. So, I'm going to go right now and I'm going to go make myself some lunch with these delicious eggs that I now know are fresh. In the meanwhile, may your days be long and filled with many clucks. These eggs are fresh! Yeah! Woo!